Today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're looking at a pedal from a guy who recently formed a relationship with. He's been a fantastic guy, Nick Greer at Greer Amps, and we're looking at the Tomahawk Deluxe Drive.
Right, and Nick was super helpful with the It's Electra series, and we're just going to throw it out. You can be helpful too. Click the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. That really helps us grow the channel and keep getting cool stuff like this.
And connect with cool people like Nick.
Yeah, exactly. So, this pedal has been in every episode on the It's Electra series that's looking at an electro distortion pedal. Because we've been running them into this pedal. So this episode, I guess, it's not part of the series.
It's not the last in the chain. It is the chain.
Right. We're just taking a look at this pedal. So we're going to jump right into it. The Tomahawk Deluxe Drive. This is really, think kind of tweed amp. But the interesting thing is, if you run it on 9 volts, or saying, think tweed amp, you can run it on 18 volts, and maybe we'll do that at the very end, which makes it more like a kind of like a basement kind of thing, because it's more headroom. So 9 volts, maybe a little more compression.
Breaks up a little quicker.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. 18 volts is going to be a little more headroom. So we love, I don't know about you, I love the sound of the tweed amps. One of the things I like them is they get kind of fuzzy. They get kind of gnarly in a good way. And so if you haven't tried like a tweed style pedal, it's definitely very different than a lot. Like if you're into like tube screamers and blues drivers and clons and, those, the majority of the other overdrive pedals, I think these are like kind of in a whole new territory. Like they're very amp-like, very touch sensitive. So what we decided we're going to do, instead of like, here's the volume knob, here's the tone knob, let's just play it. So we grabbed, six guitars? 6 guitars, different things.
All different pickups, different price point issues.
Yeah. So why don't you go first?
Yeah, so I picked the Tagima TW61. I believe it's a 2019. I think it still owns the highest viewed video on our channel of all time. We're not sure if it's because of this or our friend Esty, but either way, it was a very highly watched video. So it has these guys, soap bars. P90s. Look at me. It's a long night. These P90s, so we tried to do different pickups. So P90, I had both the P90s on. I ran the Tomahawk at maybe a little bit of a lower drive, and this is what it sounded like. So that was the Tagima. Just to mention, too, we have a MXR carbon copy is the only other thing through our Tyler JT22, which has been in 17,000 episodes. But just a carbon copy set different ways at different times through this. So that was the signal chain for this. Thought it sounded good. Added just a little extra spank to it. Right. You could hear the touch sensitiveness of it. So we went next to Beard.
My first guitar I picked up is actually my first electric guitar I ever had. This is a 1992 made in Mexico Telecaster that Fender, we worked with Fender, did a couple videos, upgraded to Texas Specials, put the Bigsby on it.
The Twisted Teles.
Twisted Tele, yeah, not Texas Specials, Twisted Tele.
Yeah.
Just Brian Landreth would have got on us. Thanks, Uncle Brian. Twisted Tele pickups, put the Bigsby on it. Again, kind of lower gain. You'll see it in the picture. And here's what that sounded like.
right, so that was it through Tele pickups, through kind of lowish gain. I moved on to what technically is my son's guitar. It's the 50th anniversary Strat. Probably started to boost the drive up a little bit more in the Tomahawk because I wanted to kind of go up as we went, and with a carbon copy, and tried to play something kind of light in the beginning and started picking harder and hitting harder just so you could hear the touch sensitivity, and this is what it sounded like.
All right, up next, I grabbed the Epiphone 339. Great guitar, especially at the price point, right? Mm-hmm. Add a little bit more gain to it. But you can really hear the touch sensitivity, I think. Mm-hmm. Like, if you play light, you don't hear the gain come through. And then when you hit it, it really starts to spank. Sounds a little bit like this. So that was a 339 with humbuckers and obviously a hollow body, smaller body. Got even a little bit more extra resonance there. Got a little surprise feedback, I think, at one point for something, perhaps. Unless that was a different video. What do I know? Might have been a completely different video. So we went onto the wall there and found the Rivolta Mondata. It's been a great guitar, shown on the show a lot. A lot of pickup configurations. I usually say I had them all on because I can, but this time I didn't. I had what I refer to him as the magic middle pickup. He really likes just the middle. So I really I juiced the gain, the drive, and I also tried to get the delay more of a little bit slapbackish, and did a really bad attempt at like a Sheryl Crow-ish type song. I don't know what it was. Tried to put a little hook and some basic chords in it, but this is what it sounded like. So up next is a 2003 1960s classic Les Paul with Thornbucker pickups in it. Now, I don't have a particular thing for Neil Young, but every time, we play, this tweed sound, the thing that turned me on to this style of pedal was Andy demoing the Crazy Tube Circuits. Was it the Falcon? And saying a tweed pedal and some delay and reverb, and you get kind of that Neil Young thing.
Right.
And so I'm not playing Neil Young, but maybe sound-ish to it. Just dime the game.
Get it simple.
Dime the game.
Different body shapes, different pickups. We had single coils in a Tele. We had single coils in a Strat. We had P90s. We had humbuckers. We had humbuckers in a hollow body. We had mini humbuckers. Right. We tried to go through the whole, just to show the diversity of the pedal, the touch sensitivity, regardless of the body shape, pickup type. And that's how we decided to approach this video.
Even price point.
Right.
You get a Tagima somewhere between $200 and $300 to a Mexican Tele now. It had upgraded pickups, but price point goes up. The Epiphone 339s are definitely within reach for a lot of people on the used market. So
then you had an American Strat and a 50th anniversary, and then a Gibson. So
and very unique.
Yes.
So, anyway, that's it. One last thing. So we played everything on 9 volts because I don't know if we're being realist or being lazy, but most of the jacks on our pedal powers are 9 volts, so we probably are going to run at 9 volt most of the time, save that 18 volt for something else. But we're interested to see what the difference in the sound is. So I'm going to let Pat play. It's in 9 volt, and I might roll the drive knob around a little bit. Then we're going to change it real quick to 18 volt, roll the drive knob around a little bit, and just give you a taste of that.
So I'm just going back to the Tagima. Might take bridge. All right.
Here's what I'll say. I think maybe we do need to start exploring the 18 versus 9 volt thing more when we have pedals that can do that.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah.
It kept the it just opened it up. That's the best way I can say it. Like the compression maybe, or when it was squashed at 9 and you hit it hard, it topped out quicker. But with it open, it still had a little edge to it, but yeah, you could get a little jangle out of it. It was interesting because I have other pedals that are 18 that I don't do.
Right, I don't know that I ever.
But maybe starting this week.
We mentioned Brian Landreth earlier in the video, and he's a big. He always says that. Plug in an 18. Like he said that on several different things. And by the way, that's Rivolta.
Yes. What did I say?
You called it the Tagima.
Oh, the Tagima. Look at that.
Well, they both have. Well, no, they don't. They both have a weird body shape.
It's right here.
They're both offset.
It's right here, and I'm 55. It's right here, and it's late at night for old people.
Anyway,
but that's the Tomahawk.
That is a Tomahawk. Always like take a minute and thank everybody that's watching, clicking the subscribe button, even clicking the notification bell, leaving comments anytime you interact with the show. It really helps us out, and we're saying that because it does. It helps grow the channel, helps us make the contacts, and bring cool stuff to you, and have fun doing it. So we really appreciate that. Stop by the website, check that out. You might not be able to have too much gear, but you certainly can sell some to make room for more and to fund more. And so there's some pedals some stuff listed on the website. If you see anything that's interested to you, shoot us an email. And with that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear, even when you get them confused like they're your children and call them the wrong name.